1,000 flick reactions, 20 minutes tracking, 10 minutes target switching, 10 minutes of form, 10 minutes of visual reaction test. Every day for a week. I want to figure out if training like this will improve my aim in as little as a week. As you may know, I am a console gamer. Recently I built a PC and I'm having a hard time getting over my potato aim. I've taken on this challenge in an effort to improve and put Kovacs Aim Trainer to the test. Many people say that you can train your aim just like you would train your muscles with weightlifting. If this is true, then by eating healthy foods, doing enough cardio, and sleeping enough will play a large role in how good your aim is. I will attempt in part to put this theory to the test. Many professional gamers aim with their whole arm, so I'll attempt to recreate this. In many popular games like Battle Royales, you rarely have the opportunity to train your aim. You spend far more time finding weapons than you do shooting. With these Battle Royales, it is near impossible to get an accurate assessment of skill because you are subject to high levels of RNG, you might not find a gun, or maybe you land next to someone who is 10 times the skill level as you. While KD might be a good way to assess your overall skill over a long period of time, it doesn't show improvement. In many cases, KD is determined by how skilled your team and the enemy team are in a team-based FPS game. I play a lot of first-person shooters, and if this can improve my aim at all, I'll be very happy with the results. I'll be using Kovacs Aim Trainer and other online programs to train my form and reaction speed. The first activity was Reflex Flick. There's one target on screen at a time, the target spawns at random spots on the wall, and is only there for 1 second. I found at first, if I shot multiple times near the target, I was much more likely to hit it, but I found by the end of the week it felt like it was more reflex than hoping I hit the target. On day 1, I had 136 out of 1,000 shots. That's 13.6%. Which is not great. By the end of it, I had 215 out of 1,000 shots, which is 21.5%. So, therefore, I improved by about 7%, which I'd say is pretty decent. If by just the end of 1 week I can get this improvement, I want to see what kind of improvement I can get. Target tracking has to be one of the most fun exercises in this regimen. There's 3 targets on screen at a time that randomly spawn in a variety of distances and heights, and you have to track them while they randomly move on their tracks. I found that in the beginning with this exercise, I was haphazardly trying to run my mouse over the target, not fully able to track it. Now I can feel I can in part track the target, but I believe that my 60Hz monitor is limiting my potential. I started off by getting 117,000 out of 572,000 shots, which is 20.5% accuracy. By the end of it, I had 150,000 out of about 500,000 shots, which is 25%, so I improved by 5%, which is pretty good. It's not as drastic as the Reflex Flick, but it is still a 5% increase, which I'm very happy with. The third exercise was 10 minutes target switching. In this exercise, there were 6 small targets on screen at a time. Once you shoot one, another one pops up. This test was the most chill of them because the targets never disappeared. Although because the targets were so small, it took me more time to line up with them. Definitely got faster and more confident as the week went on, and so I took more risks and I was even faster. I'm not entirely sure how the time to kill works because even if it took me 2 seconds to hit the target, my time to kill would improve. On day 1, I had 722 out of 825, and by the last day I had 952 out of 1,050, which is a 90% accuracy rate. I improved by about 200 shots in total, and my accuracy improved by about 3%. I'm not going to talk about the time to kill because I don't fully know how it works, and I don't think it's really relevant. So the next exercise was 10 minutes of form. For my form training, the program I used was Ultra Bullet. I'll put a link on screen. In this program, you need to follow a line with your mouse and try to complete the most lines in 30 seconds. But if your cursor goes off the line, you would have to start all over. This game was nice because it was different from Kovacs and it helped me stay on the grind. 10 minutes of this did get boring, but it was very helpful because I'm not known for my good aiming form. Over the week I got better at this game, and I'm hoping that this transfers to my game because my form was hurting. On day 1, I completed 10 lines in the 30 seconds. That was my record. But by the last day, I was able to complete 16 in 30 seconds. So that's an improvement by 6 whole lines. That's 60% improvement, which is pretty good. I do think, however, there will be a bit of a skill cap to this, but I still think you'll be able to improve, or at least continue at your level. Visual reaction. In this test, the screen starts off red, and then once it turns green, you must click as fast as possible. This is to train your reaction time in milliseconds. This skill is nearly impossible to train. You may improve at first, but your growth will quickly plateau. The only way to improve this is by eating healthy foods, sleeping enough, and exercising. When I got little sleep the night before, my reaction time was a lot worse. While you may not be able to improve much in this regard, this will not hinder your ability to do good. I did this test on a 60Hz monitor, and once I tried it on a 144Hz monitor, my reaction speed was much quicker. There are many factors that go into your reaction speed, and I do not recommend just trying to train it because it's near impossible to do so. This program is called Human Benchmark. I'll put a link on screen. I'll put it down below in the description too. So on day 1, I had 22 milliseconds average. Day 2 I had 197. Day 3, I had 243. So as you can see, there's just a drastic difference. Day 4, I had 182, which was my best day. The next day, I had 225 average. So yeah, it's really just dependent on how much sleep you get the night before, and there's no real way to improve on this test. At this, I think I would improve it a lot more if I kept at it for months and months. But this, much like working out, your growth will plateau over time. It'll become like, I'm assuming that this is much like a logarithmic curve where you improve a lot at first and then the growth starts to diminish until the growth is lower and lower and lower. But yeah, this did improve my aim a bit, and I'm very happy with the results. Thank you guys for watching. I'll link my Twitch in the description if you guys want to watch me play some games live. Make sure to subscribe and leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Yeah, see you guys next time.